Well, first, I'm not sure if either president or other candidate would make a difference. I do believe the utilization of digital assets are going to become more and more of a reality worldwide. Conversations we're having with institutions worldwide, conversations about how should they think about digital assets, what type of asset allocation there should be. I mean, we believe Bitcoin is an asset class in itself. It is an alternative to other commodities like gold. The role of Ethereum as a blockchain can grow dramatically. So if we can create more acceptability, more transparency, more analytics related to these assets, then it will be expanded. But I truly don't believe it's a function of regulation, of more regulation, less regulation. I think it's a function of liquidity, transparency, and then through that process, no different than when you years ago when we started the mortgage market, years ago in the high yield market. So it started off very slow, but it built as we built better analytics and data, and then through better analytics and data, more acceptance and a broadening of the market. And I truly believe we will see a broadening of the market of these digital assets.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leverage to technology, and I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust. And we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Basak. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up. And like I stated, we're going to have a roller coaster ride this week. I definitely see on Friday us pulling back. Also, we have stocks pulling back slightly. And stocks have been hitting all-time highs. But guys, just wait until this election is over. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, don't forget to actually look at the calendar for stocks. If you're part of the Stock Patreon, make sure you're looking at that calendar because you know what happens on Friday. Like I stated, this week is going to be a roller coaster ride, even though we're in the heart of earnings season. Now, make sure you watch the videos I did yesterday. And we had Kamala Harris vows to support crypto regulatory framework and wants to legalize the smoke to support black men. Yes, guys, you heard that correct. You can't make this stuff up. After Obama got cooked, they're trying to bring out all the stops. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now. The short end is moving up. Now the long end is moving down. We also have the dollar down. We have volume in crypto right now up. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, we have the Fed. Repo at $331 billion on Friday. Guys, make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. Yesterday was a holiday, so it's not out as I'm doing this video. But make sure you pull that because then we know which direction yields are going to go. Now we have Larry Fink of Blackrock speaking about Bitcoin and Ethereum on an earnings call. Guys, do you understand how important that is? You're talking about a company that's in charge of trillions and trillions of dollars in assets. And we know BlackRock and Vanguard own everything. And the reason why he's talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum, because it's all about tokenization. Bitcoin and Ethereum is a small piece of what's about to happen. And that's the reason why they're trying to hurry up and tokenize these real world assets before the sheep wake up. Remember, they want the sheep in a real-life video game. Now we're starting to see the plan come together when it comes to these stablecoins. We are seeing how important they are. Not just the programmability, but also getting these treasuries tokenized, buying up these treasuries, because that's going to keep the central banks in control. Remember, the central banks are not going to lose control of the monopoly system of the money supply. Gary Gensler explained it perfectly. And we also have the great Rothschild quote, "I care not who makes the laws if I'm controlling the money supply." And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, Blackrock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs right now are slightly up. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Standard Chartered says Bitcoin could revisit all-time highs before the U.S. election. And the only way I see that happening if we get some good news from China in regards to Bitcoin and crypto. If not, we'll stay flat and then make a run after the election. Because we know the Fed is going to be cutting rates in November and December, and we know they like to price it in. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, we have Ripple names Bitstamp, Bitso, Bullish, Uphold, MoonPay, Independent Reserve, and CoinMina as exchanges to hold Ripple stablecoin. And then also B2C2 and KeyRock to support liquidity. And we have Ripple waiting for NYDFS approval. And I've said this many times. Every move that Ripple has made, they're making it in order to become a bank. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.